Rumble show, man, Rumble. Third term loaded, fourth term actually, because we're doing a good job. And you know my country there on my mind as you, Jack. Regardless of the madness that take place, you know, we can't give up on it. We can't give up on it. Oh yeah? Only for Jamaica you talk?
No. It's coming
in. Me and my wifey. We're up on a evening walk. Hi, say hi, baby.
Hi.
Okay.
Third term loaded. Fourth term too.
How we doing, huh?
A good job.
A damn?
Doing a damn good job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See him where? I don't know who is doing a good job in Jamaica.
The Prime Minister.
Exactly. The most honorable doctor. Yeah, man, them bad mind him, you know. Them bad mind him for everything. Them all bad mind him for him doctorate. Everything. You know? Huh? So yes, Jamaica, just we the people need to be smart and stop acting erratic and stupid. I've seen a video with this TVJ new broadcast, and she was, you know, talking to the Jamaican PNP supporters, the PNP supporters that was a part of the protest yesterday, and based on how they're answering the questions, it's like they have no clue, zero clue why they're out there. You know, like zero clue why they're protesting Dennis Strong. Some said that Mr. Chung is not qualified. Some say must see I work with the Integrity Commission. Some say them not investigating criminal, they're just investigating corruption. All sorts of things where you kind of feel embarrassed. And for that, I'm reaching out to the ones to the working class Jamaicans. I'm not trying to disrespect them in any way, shape or form, but truth is truth, whether I don't want to admit it or not. So these working class literate Jamaicans, please do not sit by. Do not sit by and allow your vote, your country future should be in these persons' grasp, these persons' hand. Please do not do that. Please go out and vote. Vote election day. Vote for the continuation of development of our country. Yes. Yes. And the continued prosperity that is taking place in Jamaica. Trust me. This government, in relation to how it is operating, it is the first government that come to so close into an actual government that really mean good for the people and stand by their commitments, to the point where the opposition party doesn't have nothing to basically campaign on. Nothing Jamaica. So they trying to bring out propaganda and smear campaign against our dear leader, stating all manner crap. And for that, they have joined innocent Jamaicans, persons who are unbiased, and what doesn't even make no sense. Yes, in relation to Mr. Dennis Strong, the man who did not pick a side in relation to this political climate. He's just being, you know, logical based on his expertise, his experience in relation to, you know, the multiple bank accounts that the IC said the Prime Minister was associated with, even though them just put it out there and did not give proper explanation. So the PNP can use it as a tool to try to bring these ignorant narratives to feed these persons who are in the protest that the Prime Minister have 28 bank accounts. Look, there's something wrong with that and whatever. And, you know, according to, you know, the banks that, you know, these accounts were associated with, some accounts are not basically directly of the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister's parents, so to speak, and, you know, companies, you know, and all of that. Not once did they say something is wrong with these accounts. The past accounts that are dormant and also closed, nothing illicit. No, nothing, that they could say, it violate certain, principles of banking or their banking system. Nothing irregular of that sort, but somehow the PNP has managed, to try to get these persons to think that there is something wrong, harmfully wrong with, having certain amount of account. And Mark Gold and Peter Bunting, these guys who know the truth, but try to feed the electorates these bullshit information, and they're good at it, because based on what we have heard in relation to the whole interview yesterday with the TVJ news reporter, we have seen that it has worked. But when they come to ask the actual questions that they need to know the answers to, they get twisted, confused, start to stutter. And also based on the whole how things are going on in relation to you having a simple opinions in relation to matters, just like Mr. Dennis Strong, I'm also worried about that TVJ reporter, because based on how she has highlighted the dunksters within these comrades and how ill-informed they are. Let's say how ill-informed and misinformed they are in relation to the whole matters at hand. Based on how the PNP is acting, as if you have an opinion or if you try to bring certain realization to certain things, you're against them, and they will probably stage a protest against you, just like what they did to Mr. Dennis Strong. So I am worried for that reporter. Speaking of Dennis Strong, as you can see, the man hold his ground and stand firm, because he's not gonna make some what we call this? How we put it in our way, not to sound disrespectful, but he's not gonna make some man who no born here who's illegally in our parliament negate what he's not to do and what he must not to do. Mr. Dennis Strong is a citizen of our country, born citizen, born here, and have citizen rights. I've never been in any ill gains, corruption, propaganda, so to speak. Very respectful man, especially in the private sector. That's why Mr. Mafu of Winsinko has come out and ridiculously rubbish certain claims, PNP, especially Mark Gold and Peter Bunting, that this man is biased. Totally nonsense. And then you have the whole selective committee that was put in place to prevent intervention of electing these persons to these positions, the FID and such. The PNP, based on their notion, they are trying to erode that and want politicians to get involved in the selective process. Something that was hostile, as it relates to the past. I mean, if you check it out, the great Dr. Andrew Holness talk about Jamaica, the Pickard Scale Committee, where they selectively have them PNP comrades and then put them in designated area so them can carry out certain agenda or rule against them when time certain issues like this in relation to Dennis Strong, so they can rule against certain process. Just like you see JAMP, the NIA, just like you have seen Jamaica for Justice. We do not need glasses to see that these persons are ruling for the PNP in everything that they have done. It's just spill their hand, their side. So yes, and remember that Miss Aluma Samba, ensure that she has selected whatever community that she is referring to. She has selected persons, and she has ensured and make sure that these persons are comrades, are PNP. Make that make sense. So gone are the days where they can interject their people to put things into their favor, and they are upset about it. Yes, the great leader Dr. Andrew Michael Holness has mashed up them double standard Jamaica, and them do not like it. That's why you see them have the people them out of sheer ignorance, a protest, and they do not know what exactly they are protesting for. Totally ridiculous, Jamaica. Totally ridiculous. And as you can see, Mr. Dayton Campbell is highlighting a particular guy, a particular gentleman. I'm gonna do a video about him. That he's referring to that this man is more qualified, this man is qualified to be the head of the FID. Yes. I mean, when you look at it and you put 2 and 2 together, I said, John, no, this is the man they want to put in it. So, I'm just saying, not factual, but I'm just insinuating, like, based on their past history and based on how they have operated. Like, you're gonna select someone, null of the selective process to get persons in this position. So are saying that this man is the one that should run it. Like, come on. That's a spill that you want to interject your man inside certain committee. Yes, Jamaica, a lot me have to talk about. Holy. But say them after the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister is guided and protected by the Most High. And the Prime Minister is always 10 steps ahead of them. Trust me. Yes, we are out here fighting the fight to ensure that our country do not fall in the hand of these wicked men. These wicked men will stop at nothing to destroy the very fabric of our society just because of political power. They have infested committee that should serve the country and serve the people of Jamaica. Well, they are using it for their boy toy, especially the IC. And a lot of persons, I want this to be loud and clear, and we want to see this report that was done by the forensic reporter from overseas. Because up till now, them cannot give that report, and we know if it was something damning, they would have put it out in relation to the Prime Minister. Nothing. Over $30 million, 6 months or so in Jamaica investigating the Prime Minister. Can you believe? And I know that have broken some constitutional and democratic barriers in relation to that. But we need to know the finding. For we taxpayer money, basically pay for that investigation. We need to know. And based on what I'm saying, they are strongly against putting out that report, because they know the details that is in that report will make the Prime Minister walk free, and they would have to certify the Prime Minister statutory declaration. They know, so they wouldn't have nothing on the Prime Minister, nothing Jamaica. So they're fighting to ensure that stigma, that stay over the Prime Minister, where they're trying to say that the Prime Minister's statutory declaration is not certified. It is a well-orchestrated plot, well-orchestrated plan, and they have done it with previous Prime Ministers when they're trying to mud up their name. Peter Phillips, I don't even have to talk about that man too, but who know politics will know where I'm going at. And that man is a disgrace, because these same man, that's why them put him and deal with him so like some dirty clot back then, because he doesn't have any balls or gals. He doesn't stand up for what is right and what is justifiable and what is good for Jamaica. God know. To see these very man pull you down, use your very health against you, trying to overthrow you, and you're out here alongside them, talking all sort of nonsense, coming from a statesman who is very respected to a little boy tie, a little pan in a Mark Golden and Peter Bunting game. You should be ashamed of yourself to let yourself stoop so low, Mr. Phillips. Rumble Show.